Guys, it is 2022 right now, so Happy New Year's, everyone. Hopefully this year goes well. But I guess the cool thing now is just to talk about 2021 in review. I guess I'll talk about all the formats and then talk about like the three best things that happened in 2021 because, yeah, content, right? Content. So first, let's kind of talk about each format. Overdress 2021. At first, right, we had a lot of hype behind Overdress. Of course, we did expect a lot of things to be pretty simple because it's a new format, right? It's a new format. What else would you think? It's not going to suddenly become like an insanely deep format. But I think it dropped off really, really quickly in terms of interest, right? Especially for like an old player like myself. Yeah, it's a cool format to mess around with, not really think of much. But essentially, you know, after set 2 and 3, it got pretty boring. So, yeah, it wasn't exactly the best where it was. But then set 4, after seeing set 4, seeing the results, you know, play testing a bit with it, it's really picked up, right? I think Overdress just from like, it went from like to a dip, right? And then bam, just near the end of the year in December with that set 4 list, really popped up in terms of like where this is going, like the expectations for Overdress, and just in the future. I'm looking forward to the future Overdress format, well, standard format. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. In terms of like the card design there, I really like the card design for Overdress. I know we were talking about like, you know, people always say V had really boring card design. It really changed up with Overdress. Sure, a lot of these effects are very simple, but they're going places, right? They're going places with card design and taking a few more risks with like just base load cards. We're seeing like 15Ks being printed on, you know, card things. It's actually very interesting. It just shows they're willing to try a lot of new things, and they haven't really shied away with trying new things in the Overdress. So that really speaks volumes of, you know, what the potential for standard will be in the future. So for that part, I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy with Overdress. At first, you know, first was of course very hype. Went a bit, you know, lower bit, you know, interest, like, yeah, it's okay, it's nice, over triggers, blah blah blah. But then after that, yeah, it's good. I think it's in a pretty decent place heading into 2022. I can also rant about over triggers. I think a lot of people are already sick of that, but yeah, over triggers, not like, but we'll see what happens in the next few sets, right? Anyway, what about V? V as a format. I think V as a format, I've gone to appreciate V as a format a bit more, right? In terms of like just, I mean, it hasn't really changed that much, yet at the same time, it still rewards skill quite a decent amount. In terms of where it is currently, I do kind of want to see things change a bit because we're in a kind of situation where the decks really haven't changed. Clan collection, like the second batch of clan collection, of course, all these effects from clan collection, clan selection has been very decent in terms of creativity, and this is where V should have been, I think. But in terms of power level, we haven't really seen anything that totally defies logic and goes, okay, we have something really big happening, right? Sure, we're getting some reverse reveals right now, and I hope they do continue in terms of creativity for sure, but we kind of want to see the status quo change. I think it's a bit too early to say. We do know a lot of like the summary of like what cards do in this set because they kind of told us like the preview a month ago or so. So we're in that mindset on how are these cards gonna deliver. So far, the reverse units, I've really liked the reverse units, right? I really like them. They definitely are very interesting. Even as a Link Joker player, I feel sad because I'm not sure, but like some of the Link Joker cards personally aren't my favorite. But I do kind of like the reverse units. They're looking nice. The aesthetics are great. The card effects are kind of cool. I like how they're focusing more on defensive potential with some of these cards. So it might be very interesting to see how they progress from that as well. But yeah, hopefully with the clan collections, they do actually change something. Just like keep in mind, we get these like once every 2 times a year, basically, right? 2 times a year. So you do want them to change things. I don't really want to go into the next format going, okay, best deck is it Prism? Feels like it's Prism. Let's play Prism, right? Or anything similar, you know, anything similar. Maybe we put more Highlander into every other deck, right? Maybe the new Bermuda Triangle running Highlander as well. I wouldn't want that. Personally, I wouldn't want that. So yeah, I hope something actually changes up in V. I hope it's not a ban though, right? I know people are really going, you know, V needs a ban. I don't know. I don't feel like it does. I think maybe the thing that might need to get hit is something like a Coutier. Maybe in like V and Premium, just because, you know, it's in terms of time, right? It can cause issues. but you can't really say we ban this only for online tournaments and then not ban it in like a singles like real life tournament, because if it becomes like a problem, then like, you know, everyone's playing Katir and the time can just, you know, go for a very, very long time. So I don't know, something like, I don't think that the solution is a ban somewhere, but if certain things go out of hand, maybe they do. If we'll find out probably more later on, but yeah, hopefully they can solve these problems more with card design, and they've been going pretty well with card design so far, rather than just like the ban hammer all the time, right? And then lastly, for premium, I think premium is in a pretty good place. I think maybe they do need to hit some things. We did see that Pale Moon did pretty well. All right, pretty good, pretty good. In terms of like the power level, I personally do think Pale Moon is just slightly higher than everything else. Get some really, the Nightmare Combo is pretty annoying, right? It just gives so much value for the Pale Moon play. It's not like a straight up, this is a tier 0 deck, and everything else is like a tier 2 deck. This is more like Nightmare Doll is like tier 1 alone, and then tier 2 is like the next stuff. So kind of just better, but everything else is still very competitive kind of thing. So I feel like maybe if they do want to hit something, which I think like it should be a given. I think hitting things in premium should be a given with every single chance they have. They should probably tweak it a bit. Maybe just like do a choice restrict and probably solves the entire issue. But otherwise, premium is in a pretty good place, and it's just interesting to see, like, with all the stuff that they're releasing in Clan Collection and Overdress, that all influences premium, and it's just very interesting to see, like, what is going to evolve from there, right? What's going to get better, what's going to be good. So, like, all formats so far, I've been saying they're pretty good, right? They've been in pretty good formats, so yeah, I think in 2021, all this stuff, really, really nice, all good. Let's kind of focus on, like, what was good. What were my favorite things that happened in 2021? Top 3. I'm going to give you a top 3, right? First off, I have to say, BRO and BSFO were great. All right, they were really good. Not just in terms of, like, playing the game, because as you might know, I don't actually play that much in these tournaments anymore, right? You know, it's not, I have to do other things, right? I have to do other things. But just in terms of like the tournament itself, I mean, we did like WCC. Guess what? We're a team, right? And some of our players did very, very well in the previous BRO, and hopefully they'll do well in Standard as well. And Weiss, don't forget Weiss. But yeah, it's not just that, not just winning, right? It's not like I wouldn't like put this as the top thing if we didn't win anything. Right, because technically in BSFO we didn't win. We topped, but we didn't win a lot. Actually, no, Kelvin won Weiss, right? But yeah, even if we didn't win, I'd still rate this as like one of my top things that happened in 2021. Just because hanging out with people is cool, right? Honestly, hanging out with everyone in WCC has been really great. I think we probably hanged out more because of BSFO and BRO, just like everyone converging together during the tournament. Normally, you wouldn't get that feeling, right? You wouldn't get that. That wouldn't happen, right? You're at a tournament. The last thing you're doing is hopping on Discord and going, hell yeah, dude, I destroyed everyone. I destroyed my opponent or something like that. Or, you know, damn, you got lucky. That wouldn't happen. You'll be at the venue. You're talking to like your 1 or 2 friends. That's kind of it. And then everyone else across the world is doing their own thing, probably at work or like eating or sleeping, something like that, right? But BSFO, you had like 10, 20 people in Discord sometimes. Depending how big your Discord is, depending on how big your community is, just being able to chat and vibe, especially like across the world, there's different kind of things happening, different scenarios. Right now, the I don't know, the keyword's Omicron, right? Maybe later we'll have, I don't know, Zeta, double Zeta, I don't know, something like that, double O, whatever. But yeah, it's it was rewards plus max or something like that. Yeah, I mean, like it was just really, really good. Just being able to, you know, hang out with all your friends across the world in those tournaments, just like making sure everyone is awake, everyone is like, you know, on the ball, joining their power, testing, all that stuff has been actually amazing. BRO as well, you might have seen. The VODs are up, by the way, right? The VODs are up, so you guys can watch it now. The production quality has also increased a lot, so it's good. It's good. You should just check it out. If you weren't able to check it out before, you can check it out now, and it should be a great experience. Honestly, a really great experience. So yeah, yeah, real tops. I hope, again, I think a lot of people shares this idea as well, where even when real tournaments come back, these online tournaments stay, right? Because it just adds so much value to like a lot of players. Some players don't like online tournaments, that's fine. Some players do like online tournaments, that's even better. Keep them up, let people just play. Of course, if real life events do happen, you know, maybe attendance for these tournaments kind of drops a bit, but that's fine. That's fine. I think, you know, just being able to have some fun and playing with people across the world is really nice. I think Solomon summed up very carefully where, you know, these tournaments aren't exactly easy as well, because you are having everyone around the world, all the good players around the world, like just joining tournaments, and you never get a concentration of like good players just joining one tournament, right? So I think that experience itself is also very good because you get to see some really, really good games, really crazy ideas happen. So yeah, it's something that I think a lot of people really want Bushido to continue when real tournaments come back. And I kind of agree with that too, right? And I think they will continue as long as there's demand for it. So, you know, let them know that you like it, let them know that you want to see it continue. And I think for the time being, they will probably try and continue it, right? Because even with like things happening, you know, they've announced Springfest. You know, things aren't exactly 100% confirmed across the world. So, yeah, that's kind of my first one. I think the second highlight of this year for me, like this is a more personal one, has been commentating more events. They've been really fun. I know, like just last year, well, I guess it is last year now in 2021. You know, I did a lot of the BRO, BSFO stuff. I also did Zero, right, which is pretty cool. But yeah, just being able to commentate more events. Was really, really cool, right? Being able to see a lot of games, commentating with everyone I commentated as well with, like the team, they've been really great. The production team as well. So yeah, it was a great experience. Watching all these cool, watching a lot of cool games, adding knowledge, right? And just talking with, you know, people who had fun with the commentary. Really appreciate that. And hopefully, you know, we've got at least BRO and WS to go on, like continue from here. We can get some really, really cool stuff going on. So, you know, tune in for that. But yeah, that's more of a personal thing for me, but really enjoyed the commentary. And even the non-professional ones, especially the Zero stuff I do with DF for Zero. Man, that stuff is like fire, dude. Stuff is fire when we do the unofficial English broadcast for Zero GFs, right? That stuff is really, really fun. So if you guys, I think he has a lot of the VODs on his channel, on Different Fight channel. Go check that out. It's just literally like X hours of pure, I don't know. How do you say it, right? Just pure, like sometimes it's memes, sometimes it's serious, but it's always fun. It's always fun. But yeah. And the last thing, I haven't really thought of the last thing, to be honest. Last thing in my top 3. There's like a lot of things I would say is like a top 3, but like, you know, we're getting, it'd be cheating to say more than 3, right? I think more than 3. I guess the last thing I had some fun with was, you know, I guess premium balance. Premium balance is definitely should be there, right? Should be there. Premium balance actually opened so many things up. It just made the format extremely good. Actually showed that Bushiroad cares about the format. I know Mori was like, he announced the balance and we're all waiting for it, and finally it came out. And he took like he took kind of ideas from both the Japanese side and the English side, which is great. It shows that they care, right? Hopefully this continues, and once they can, like, I think if I was to add a fourth thing that was really, really cool is how Bushiroad is like listening to the global side as well, more than the as well on top of just the Japanese side. So if we're able to keep that communication lines going, that would be great. But yeah, being able to just reset premium to what it is now, and then you're having a good starting point, as long as they maintain this premium kind of list, or the premium landscape, right? I think we're in a pretty good position, especially when, of course, there is definitely going to be things that go out of hand. That just happens. That's how it is, right? Remember, there are heaps and heaps of people playing Vanguard around the world, and there's only X testers, right? There's only X testers, so things do slip, things do get missed. But as long as they keep on top of things, then I think we're in a good spot. Like, I know when Mori left, they did say they're going to change like how balance are going to be announced. So they're going to be announced, instead of 3 times a year, it's going to be 4 times a year at those special conferences. So that can, I think that's only a plus. That is only a plus. You know, if there's 4 times they review the list, that's good. I just want to make sure that if something is a huge issue, they just address it immediately. And I think when we look at things in the past, like VLuard and things like that, they have addressed like emergency ban lists before. So it's not something out of there. I just want to like kind of, you know, reiterate, you know, don't be afraid to hit things during like when like a BCS is happening, or WGP, right? If something is wrong, just stop it. Just stop it. If there's a degenerate combo that is wrecking the entire format, don't wait until after Worlds to fix the format, right? Just fix it immediately. Let people move on, kind of thing. So I guess that's kind of I guess another thing with like the premium balance changes now, how everything is open. I was kind of forced to play new clans and learn new clans a bit more rather than just play Link Joker all day, right? And I think with V getting like the V clan collection stuff that is being shown, I think I'll learn more clans, right? I do actually play a lot of clans. I think the clans that I don't really play a lot of are just like, I can count them with one hand. One of them was Tachikaze, but I have recently, picked it up and played a bit more. It was very, very interesting, very cool to see what the clan can do, and maybe I'll pick up a few more. I don't know, I can't even. What is one? I guess Murakumo, right? I did play Hyuga though back then, but premium Murakumo might be interesting. I might actually learn what the combo does. So yeah, let me know, what are you guys top 3 for last year? I think I had two kind of very easy ones in a way, and then one kind of personal one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But that is 2021. Man, the years, I nearly said 2020. What a misplay, right? But yeah, the years have been going by pretty quickly. It's 2022 now, and hope I'll see you guys more, right, in the next couple of videos. Happy New Year's, guys. Bye.